Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Post Game Live. I am not your normal host, but I will be running the show today because Mike's internet is out and he is at a Buffalo Wild Wings. I am Podcast Poppy Dylan Bretto, and I'm here with Breezy, who has decided to come to work today. Hello, sir.
Man, what was the free throw count in the second half?
That I need to see.
I think it was 22-4. And if that is true, what the fuck was that?
There was a lot. So Knicks 111, Spurs 115. Knicks lead 2-1 as they lose the first game at home. They lost because the president was there, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah, this game had weird parts. Was super physical where the refs were trying to control it, and then they didn't, and it just kept on. They let the pace of play go, and then there came a point in the third quarter where they were just like, "We're fucking calling everything, every little touch that you could possibly get, we're calling." And it was another infuriating, officiating game. I don't understand how we could keep having these types of games, but all right, bye, James. I don't know how we could keep having these types of games, but it is what it is. Yeah, the refs sucked. The refs were not good, but they were not good on both sides. Really, on both sides. I thought the Mikal Bridges fouls early were him, and then he just kept on getting himself involved with stupid shit on the other fouls that really kept him out of the game. Him being out of the game really ruined his flow offensively, and that's why we have a 2 points, 1 for 5 field goal night on there for him. I thought he played solid defense when he got to be on the court, but he's somebody who needs to work himself into the flow of the game. And him not being able to play kind of sucked. And returning from his quick sabbatical is Breezy. Hello.
Sorry about that.
Nick's losing all the fans. Listen, Steven, I put the pod link out, and it took a while for James to get in here, but everybody disappeared. I was like, oh, now we don't want to fucking pod instantly. The Knicks lose, and all of a sudden we don't want to instantly start the pod.
We never instantly start the pod anyway, because we always waiting.
I mean, I was going to, because I was running the show. What are we doing with this? Hold on. The Wemby dirty player combo? No.
He's been throwing these shots. I don't know what's going on with him lately.
You sounded like you're a little underwater, sir. So it's harder to hear you. But I thought so let's go into what I think the main reason why the Knicks lost today. I think their failure to involve Cat on the offense was the reason they lost. Not saying Cat. Well, I don't think Cat played great today, but Cat not getting a ton of shots. Like Josh Hart shouldn't have had the same amount of shots as Cat. I don't care. I don't care. But it felt like Cat didn't touch the ball a lot in half court, and it didn't allow him to play that Jokic style that he's been trying to play and succeeding at over the last couple games, over the playoffs. Fuck the last couple games, over the playoffs, but specifically in this series where he has looked really, really good. He's been able to facilitate the ball, and he just was not able to get it. And maybe that's because Brunson took a billion shots tonight that didn't look great on his side. He played a little sloppy. But again, the Knicks offense for 4 years has been Brunson and Prey, and we finally get away with it in game, in one and most of the playoffs this year, with more team style basketball with other players facilitating. And it just seemed like we reverted back to Brunson and Prey when they really could have worked with, hey, set Cat up on a high post and see if there's something working for him. And they did not do that well tonight, really at all. And then I think defensively, I thought he had a couple possessions where he was really good, but I thought Wemby getting going early kind of got in his head a little bit because all of Wemby's shots early were right at the rim. Everything was just an alley-oop right to him. He was giving up positioning. He had to kind of not drop and try to cut off on the screens and allowed women to get right behind him. So I just saw Cat kind of just out of the game, and that might have gotten into the offensive side of it. But I could be wrong, unless I'm seeing it differently than anybody else.
I mean, the Knicks, there was a lot of distractions going on, so I don't know if it was just a group of one thing specifically. But the Knicks, man, they played a little bit different tonight. They had a lot of runs to keep the Knicks in the game, but the only thing I could just see is that I don't know, it was a physical game and the foul calls wasn't just going evenly. But hey, it was a tough fought game, and the Spurs they matched our energy early on, and they came out with the win. I mean, they got one. That's their first loss in how many games? 13 games.
Yep.
11 games. Yeah, 13 games. It is what it is. Just come back and they took back home court advantage from us. Not yet. I think it was one more. We still got home court advantage because we won both games. So
Like let's address the elephant in the room here. The president was at the game today, and I think it took everybody off of their normal schedule with how things are going. Where we're getting
a lot of distractions, man.
We're getting updates at like 11 this morning where they're building walls and fences and putting up TSA security all throughout the arena. The players have to come in earlier than normal to go through and get TSA checked to come in to the game. The employees at Madison Square Garden had to get TSA checked. Hello, thank you for coming. Had to go get checked before they came in. Hours. What I think one of the posts was the employee line was like an hour and a half wait to get inside, get early, and they had to do it all to the players too. So like any normal rhythm you have was gone.
Yeah, it was just ridiculous, man. Fucking Trump and James Dolan and that being his fucking friend and stuff like that. Like, just like, why are you even at the game? There's so much going on. It's so much going on politically and stuff like that. Why are you focusing on going to game 3? I think it was almost at the end of game 1 he announced it. It felt like God, yes. Like my lord, bro, like egotistical, narcissistic, but whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't happy that he got booed to shit the second they put him on during the national anthem. I know I saw Fox News on Twitter post the arena breakout in a USA chant, and then they were like, and then they showed Trump on the screen. I'm like, that is not an accurate representation of what the people in that building thought at all. When Rachel Nichols tweeted out, she was like, I think that's the loudest I've ever seen or heard anybody get booed in this building ever. And they're like, he got booed louder than the Spurs did when they came out. So there's a lot of things. I hope for the Knicks' sake that this doesn't like get too into their head, but I thought the Spurs did a great job taking advantage of it. As Steven said in the chat, what's his face? Better John Morant, Stephon Castle came in and started hot in the first quarter to go with Wemby also starting hot. I thought the Spurs offense early just looked good. You had Devin Vassell hitting shots early. Champagny was hitting shots early. It just seemed like they were clicking right away. And then we had some silly fouls go on for it. And it was just like, for the Knicks early, I thought they just showed the Wemby tossing Jalen Brunson thing. In slow motion, that play looked a lot worse than it did. It did in real time. Let's see. I will jump out the window, and thanks to John Gobble with that challenge calling, plus Stephen A. Smith needs to shut his mouth. Who cares? Knicks in 6th. I will crash out. Sir, there still could be Knicks in 5. So
I just don't understand. Like, so I have a question.
Yes.
Why did Jose Alvarado play more minutes than Deuce McBride? Why did Jordan Clarkson play more minutes than Deuce McBride?
I thought Clarkson played good tonight.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to find out why Deuce didn't play more minutes. I don't understand it.
There was there was a weird moment where I was like, oh my God, Jeremy Sohan's in the fucking game.
Yeah.
Jeremy Sohan was in the game, and he didn't even log a minute. He like officially he logged no minutes into the game.
Yeah.
It's got zeros across the board.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know if this was an experiment game for Mike Brown rotationally, but usually, like, Deuce gets more minutes than this. Like, granted, I see, like, Jordan Clarkson played well and he got in a rhythm, so I understand why you go to him more. But, like, Landry Shamet got in, like, decent foul trouble and they kept him in. Like, Shamet got, I think, 3 by the time the end of the second, early third came around, and he kept him in. And I'm just like, we usually Deuce is in here. And then you had that fourth quarter, the late third, early fourth quarter stretch where Brunson had 4 and Deuce like barely was in the game at all. So I don't fully understand the idea here, but maybe it's just hey, let's see what we got. We're up 2-0. We can afford to fuck around with the lineups here. But yeah, that's what I think. Let me add new James in. There we go.
I just stupid. I don't understand that theory. Like you playing with your food. Just like do what works for the past 13 games.
You sound muffled, sir. While you fix that, let me go to the comments here real quick. Lineups are out of whack because Bridges was not out there. Bridges still played 29 minutes. And there's still time you have to be able to play Deuce. And Deuce usually plays more than he does now, like than he did today. So that would probably give me more of an idea that Deuce needs to be on the floor more when that happens, right?
Yeah. They need to play Deuce, like especially in the minutes where Brunson was out for the first half. I mean, the first half of the fourth quarter, or there was a stretch where he had like 4 fouls and wasn't in the game. Play Deuce McBride. Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, that was the end of the third, and then like 3 minutes into the fourth, where the Spurs kind of went on a little bit of a run. And the second there was a foul, that's when they were like, Brunson's like, yeah, I got to get in there.
Like, Mike Brown did kind of showed his ugly face with the bad coaching tonight.
Yeah, but it wasn't too bad. Again, like the refs were horrible, but you know how I feel about blaming the refs on that shit. There was still, you lost by 4 and the refs were horrible. If you guys didn't turn over the ball 13 fucking times, like it could be a different game. Or if they made the rest of the free throws, like you missed 4 free throws, you lost by 4 points. There's always you can control a 4-point loss. Because again, I think blaming refs is loser shit. But
yeah, I mean, but yeah, he controlled the controllables, and there were a couple controllables in this game that weren't taken care of.
Mike Brown immediately just goes, now we didn't play good. But I'm not going to listen to him talk about that. A couple shout outs for the Spurs side. Dylan Harper, again, is really good at fucking basketball. Anytime you need, he was the only one who was trying to hunt Brunson. The only one trying. The only one I saw actively trying to attack Brunson and was doing it and was doing a good job of it too. So, like, I don't understand how when Castle's out there, he's also not trying to attack Brunson because Fox, strength-wise, can't attack him the way that they can. But those two should be attacking Brunson whenever they have an opportunity to. Like, I don't understand how it doesn't happen more. But shout out to Dylan Harper. He also is a rebounding machine for a guard. The fact that he's always in there at the right time and he plays his role so well, I will continue to give him all the praise in the fucking world for that, because he could easily be one of those like, hey, I was the second pick of the draft, I should be taking 30 shots a game, and he's not that. So shout out to him. Wemby played a great game too. Wemby had a nice little bounce back game after missing the potential game winner in game 2, coming out 11 for 18, 8 for 9 free throw, 50% from 3, 3 blocks. Josh Hart did not try a layup today, so he does not get the Josh Hart block, but he did get a Landry Shamet punch to fucking to fucking Brooklyn. So we did still get one of those. And OG Anunoby. OG was awesome today. Every time it just seemed like every time OG shot the ball, it was going in, no matter what.
You can't waste the OG game, man. Can't waste the OG game.
When you have OG who's sitting there being aggressive, like you have to be able to capitalize on that. That's why I'm like mad at how they didn't capitalize on using Cat. Cat was 4 for 10, 0 for 2 from 3, 1 assist. He's been great when he's able to facilitate, especially when he's getting double teamed. He had an opportunity where he got double teamed at the mid post, I think in like the third or fourth quarter. And he had, I forgot who was right in the corner to be the pass to like dump off to. And he made a ugly pass back to the top of the key that I was like, man, you got to make the smarter fucking play there. Your guy is right there. Right there.
Yeah, I mean, I would say this though. They didn't run many action plays for Cat. They didn't have him come. They didn't have him come up top to set the pick, to get the pass, to sit up at the top of the key or the top of the three, to have someone action cut and all that stuff like that. They didn't run any plays through him.
Well, they were bringing him up. They just weren't passing it to him off the screen. That's what was infuriating to me. I'm like, you're going to have him come and set up the screen and then have him set up top while he's got a foot of space or he's got a smaller guard on him. Involve him. Make them pay for having Keldon Johnson on him. Make them pay for having Stephon Castle on him. Like, you have to get him the ball, and they just weren't. So, that's where I was like in my little opening segment there. I was like, I don't know if it was Brunson taking 25 shots and having 5 turnovers, not getting the ball there is the reason for that, or they just were like, we're not running through you today, even though it has worked.
The Knicks has not only Brunson, like there was a lot of missed shots. Like, it was at one point in time the Knicks were like in the fourth quarter, they were like 0 for 9 from 3. Like they were just chucking a bunch of fucking shots. Like Mike Brown, call a timeout.
He's holding on to him. You get to carry him over. And then we had a couple of dumb Cat fouls.
Yeah.
The dumb Cat fouls stick out a lot in losses. Like the out of bounds on Wemby that they challenged, and Cat is just hooking his arm and holding his shoulder. Sitting there immediately, Roz in real time was like, Cat, what the fuck are you doing? Which goes back to Cat usually has one of those in the fucking game. Bridges too. Bridges had the one foul in the fourth quarter where he literally was just wrapped his arms around Wemby's arm and was pulling and got mad that they called a foul. I was like, I'm all for arguing the foul calls if it's something light, but if you're going to be sitting there literally hugging the guy's arm, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit from you.
Yeah, it always looks bad because it's like in the moments that they call them, because I assume that they're getting away with this at some point in time and we're not seeing it. But when they get called for it, it's always like, what exactly are you doing and what did you think was going to happen when they do these dumb calls? Because it's like, it looks so egregious that it's like, I don't know at what point in time you thought you could have done this and gotten away with it. Like, so, when they do these type of fouls, it's always like, I don't see where you would have thought you would have gotten away with this.
If it was just like arm tangling, I would say they're not going to call it. But the fact that he also like was pulling his shoulder on top of it, it's like, okay, if you're going to review that, you can't ignore it. So that's why that foul got called. Because if it wasn't the shoulder pull at the same time, that was probably not going to get called. It would have just been out on Spurs. Nick Ball. So let me resend this to Anthony so we can get another fan in here to see what he is. He's probably going to throw a fit. You're like, this is why I don't like to celebrate too early. When it's not about celebrating early. It's celebrating the fact that you're up 2-0. It's not the job's over. You could be happy that you're up. You can be happy that you're up. Also, the Knicks fans that were leaving early, y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. That's nonsense. You can't do that. You can't do that. You are the fans. Like literally, I started seeing the fans get up and leave. Y'all ain't shit. You can't do that. Knicks fans get mad when everybody else leaves early, and then they leave early. No, can't happen. Cannot happen. What else here? Yeah, Mike Brown. I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your lineups. Deuce not playing. Fucking stupid. Jeremy Sohan, I still can't believe he got minutes in this game. Not even minutes. He got 30 seconds in this game. So much so, the camera's out. So much so that they didn't even qualify him for a minute, and then he put up zeros. Can't even say he's in Club 1 Trillion because he didn't get the one for the 1 trillion. So who knows? Who knows? Running a post-game live with the Knicks in the NBA Finals, and I'm the only one in here, is fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Everybody wants to pod when the Knicks win. Nobody wants to pod when the Knicks lose. But I show up to work. Hot and sweaty and all, I'm here. Let's see if I can get any good clips out of this game here so we can watch together. Let's see. Got a bunch of this Wemby shoves Brunson. I got a billion of these. Fuck it. We'll watch it. We'll watch together as a family. I thought this in real time was not as bad as it showed in slow motion. Slow motion, this straight up looks like he fucking shot him. Slow motion looks like he got fucking shot. That was not a good one there. Could have been flagrant. Could have been. There was a flagrant called in this game, right? Oh yeah, Josh Hart got the tactical. Somebody got a flagrant. Chat, who got the flagrant foul? Because I just can't remember. Let's see. We type in Brunson. All right. I am no longer alone. Covering because James disappeared. Resident Knick fan. Only Knick fan here. Anthony, hello, sir. Welcome to work.
Hello, people.
Everybody
James disappeared.
James is here. James has been here 2 different occasions and then has randomly disconnected. Oh, right. Brunson got the flagrant. Yep, on the Champagne 3. Yep. Which, to be fair, is to the T on the rule.
Yeah.
Let's watch that together.
It is what it is.
How do you feel about the game, sir?
It's unfortunate. You know, we could have easily be up 3-0 right now with a few small tweaks. Again, there's so many different things you could point to. You know, yeah, not everyone's always going to be on. You know, Cat didn't play well. Bridges really couldn't get going. But even, you know, lost by 4. You look at the fact that our bench was just inefficient shooting-wise. Shannon hits a couple shots. That changes the game for us. You know, so
There's so many different things, and I don't think we're in trouble. I think we'll be fine. We just need to get going a little earlier too. I'm getting tired of just being behind for like 3 quarters and then trying to make a fourth quarter run. That's really starting to get on my nerves now. I wish we can just like try to build a lead in like the second, third quarter.
Ironically enough, like that has been the Knicks' identity for 4 years, and they've gotten away from it this year, where they've been just blowing teams out and having the leads going into it. The one thing, once this game got to like the final 5 minutes, one thing I kept saying out loud is like the Spurs need to not turn over the ball here, and they just need to exchange baskets. Because if they're going to exchange baskets, they'll win, because this is where the Knicks are great. Where it's like Brunson in the final 3 minutes of the game doesn't fucking miss.
Nope.
And he showed tonight that he didn't miss. He still put them in a position to win. Like to be there to the final shot in the game.
And credit to the Spurs, they did make some big shots. They made some big shots in the final moments. They matched our fourth quarter output. So I give them all the props.
I think they only had one turnover in that span, and that what then led to a Jalen Brunson 3. Hello, thank you for coming. The well-mannered, sharply dressed man still has his broom in his hand. So that turnover led to the Brunson 3 that was just straight net. And then they immediately went through and was like, hey, we just need to score. Clutch free throws for Stephon Castle to come in there and just knock those down as a second-year player.
That box shot killed us.
It
was well defended, too.
The Spurs did everything they could to win this game. Not like steal it or escape. They won this game the way that you needed to win. So shout out to them for getting it done. Game 4 becomes interesting now, where it's like, hey, if they can replicate the physicality, then they could go back to San Antonio with a brand new series.
That is very true.
With a brand new series, it's like, all right, you got the monkey off your back. They stole your home. You stole their home. Let's restart it. It's 1-1-1.
With 2 games in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I have no issues with going in that building and winning another one, if it ever even came down to that, per se. But I would prefer not to.
Well, right now it's going to have to. Like, you're going to have to go in there and win one more. Whether it's to close the series.
No,
to win in San Antonio?
If we win Game 4, we don't have to win in San Antonio.
If you want to win the series, you should.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, we should. But I'm just saying we don't have. If we take care of business. Oh wait, today's what, Tuesday? If we take care of business on Thursday. No, today's Monday. Sorry, we take care of business on Wednesday. We don't need to win in San Antonio. We just gotta, win Game 6. But yes, absolutely. I don't want to push for Game 6. If we,
you don't want to give them games
because I already get too fucking nervous for all these damn games and shit.
The idea of winning at home is fun, but you just got to win when you can. You can't just be like, yeah, let's give them a game so we can win in New York. No, win when you can.
If it goes to a Game 6 in New York, that's going to be the most stressful game ever. Like, I'm going to be so fucking...
Because I am. Because I am.
The thought of a Game 7 in San Antonio is like, I'm good.
Welcome back, so James' third sabbatical of the pod. Third sabbatical of the pod, and he's returned. Welcome back.
It's been a half an hour, and Mike is still not here. That's free.
Is that surprising to anybody? Is that surprising to anybody? Mike, to be fair, probably still doesn't have internet.
What is going on with that man's internet?
Mike's probably trying to tape his Ethernet cables together and like start a fire to just see what's going on. Like that's gonna fucking work.
At this point, I'm pretty sure he has a hotspot on his phone.
I'm pretty sure he can just join on his phone.
Yeah, but
I don't think he wants to do that.
he doesn't know how to do that.
This is Mike Dodge the Smoke Mike finally not showing up to a pod. Knicks lose, Mike's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, conveniently.
We got a new narrative. Oh, the
Shit, we
first
went
home
game
game
4.
of
His wife
Madison
ain't
Square
gonna be
Garden.
working like
I also got a minute of 1999 talk tonight. And it was at the end of the game where they're talking about how the Knicks need the 4-point play, and they kept talking about Larry Johnson. I easily got a minute.
How confident are you feeling about that bet?
I am not. They have abandoned it completely, but I got it tonight. So I got to see how much time Mike said they needed to do and try to figure that out. I also didn't watch pregame today, so I don't know. And Mike is a dirty, scheming man. So even if I did get it, he wouldn't tell me.
He said 4 minutes and 30 seconds. He said 4 minutes and 30 seconds of each game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mike being the scumbag that he is, even if I got it today,
30 seconds. You're shy of 3 minutes and 30 seconds. You said you got a minute today?
Yeah, I definitely got a minute. But I don't know about pre-show. I didn't watch. So I have to figure that out. You gotta get on top of that, man. You gotta make sure you win your bet. Listen, I would love to. I would love to. Sometimes shit gets in the way. How do you guys feel going into game 4?
I'm good. I'm happy that Trump won't be there to cause disarray. Happy Trump won't be there to cause all this disarray, and things will be back to normal. And I think that the Knicks will come out with a different mindset game 4 because we are still up 2-1 coming back home. We have a chance to still uphold home court advantage and then go head to San Antonio up 3-1. So I feel confident about it. They just have to. The thing is, the Knicks they need to start off a little faster. They start off too slow.
That's the exact same thing I was saying.
They start off too slow, man. And I get it. Like we're able to. And the thing is, we have been lucky enough to withstand the punch that the Spurs throw in the first half of the game. But we all know that basketball has ebbs and flows. It's a game of runs and stuff like that. And that shit don't always go in your favor. So you best to just start off the right way and not hope that you get a run late in the game to get your footing back, because that don't always happen.
Exactly. Today was the perfect example of that.
We'll see how a game 4 without Fort Knox in front of MSG and everybody having to come into work incredibly early and get TSA pre-checked and all that good shit.
Yeah, the reporter said a reporter of MSG said TSA checked his chapstick cap.
TSA told Shams that he had to leave the area he was in when he dropped his AirPods. So after he checked it on ESPN, he's like, when I get done here, I'm going to go look for my AirPod case.
Oh, my God.
How do y'all feel about the free throw disparity in the second half?
You know
how it was 22-4.
I mean, it was an aggressive game, and the fact that they didn't call some of those calls for the Knicks was kind of weird, but it is what it is. I mean, I don't know what calls they missed that would have changed the game for us, because, I mean, it was still a close game. I mean, yeah, if we get some free throw shots, we either make them or we miss them. We don't know, but it was close enough that we could have won the game without free throws.
No, I feel you on that. Like the thing about the Spurs, they played as close to a perfect game as they could have played. Like everyone who needed to have a good game had a really good game. And I would argue that most of us were pretty much off tonight, and we still only lost by 4 points.
I'd say the Spurs are doing as good of a job as anybody on making life difficult for Brunson as much as they can. I think this is the first series so far where it's like, yeah, Brunson's still scoring like 25, but he's having a hard time. They are making life difficult for him, which is kind of what I expected.
Tonight was pretty rough.
Tonight was rough.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he was awful.
Tonight was pretty rough.
Game 2 wasn't very good.
Game 2 was rough too. Yeah, game 2 was rough too.
In game 1, there were shades of it. Like I saw game 1 that they found the vision for it, which is kind of what I expected because of how well they guarded SGA in the series prior. So it's just with Brunson, it always is like a wait and see approach for me because I've seen the best defenders in the world still allow him to score 35 a night. But they're able to just throw bodies and trap and make life very hard for him. And if they're allowed to match the physicality, because not a lot of the guards have the size he does to be able to match strength for strength. And that's also a big thing, too.
Yeah, I mean, they have to pick the right players to set the high screen. It has to be the right way to be setting the right players to go and set the pick for him to get the right switch. And tonight they did really well at sending the right player green switch with him so they can stay physical with Brunson. The Knicks just have to play better chess. That's all it is.
Yeah, nothing to be worried yet. If the Spurs come out and win game 4 and that resets the series and it's like, okay, then we can start looking at like internally what's going on. But as of right now, I wouldn't say the panic button's there yet. If you lose both games at home and it resets, you have to go back to San Antonio, then it's like, okay, well, what the fuck are we doing? What happened? Unless it's just like Wemby's maturing in front of our eyes and it's just something you just can't do. Like, you can't stop.
Yeah, he's going to get his.
Because I thought this is easily the best game he's played so far.
Oh, yeah.
And that's counting a great second half in game 2. But, I think all game played really well.
This was Castle's best game, too.
Didn't play outside himself, didn't force the issue. It's like the games was at his pace all night. He didn't try too hard. Didn't have a ton of turnovers. What did he have? 1 turnover. As well. And 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks.
Yeah, I mean,
he did everything you needed from him.
Cat. Yes, he started off fast, but Cat also has to. The accountability for Cat has to be. You got to put a body on him, like you've been doing all series. You have to be physical, not physical where you get in foul trouble, but you have to be there. You have to put a body on him. And the thing is, he was getting a lot of slip cuts to the rim, getting alleys, causing attention for the offensive ball handler when he was slipping out and everything like that. You got to beat him to that slip. You got to bump him. You got to keep him off balance and everything. And when you do that, you turn him into a jump shooter, and that's what has been working for us these past 2 games. So he has to beat him to his spots.
And I think that got Cat out of his offensive game too, because he got beat early. His assignment's the guy who put up like 10 points in the first quarter, and he just wasn't able to really get going on offense either. Because he wasn't great tonight on the defensive side. He had, like I said earlier, he had moments, but it just seemed like he was kind of out of the game. And I think it's because he got punched in the mouth first.
I agree.
And you can't let that happen. You gotta like you're at home. These things happen. Get composure. Somebody has to speak to him and say what's going on, and like reset him. But I don't know where the leadership was for that.
But that goes back to my biggest problem with Cat as a player anyway, is usually like the first 2 games, Cat has absolutely shown that like I am not that same person that Dylan has been telling me I am. And then he kind of reverts back. And well, ladies and gentlemen, somebody has internet. Welcome to the show live from Buffalo Wild Wings. Big Mike has showed up to work today.
Yes. Hello. Hello. It's very nice.
What's going on with your internet, man?
Listen, this has been a tough finals for me. It's been a tough finals. Two out of the 3 games I've had problems. No problems all year. The biggest time of the year I've had problems 2 to 3 games.
Damn.
Power outage in game 1, internet outage game 3. But it clearly threw everything off because I had to go out to watch the game tonight and they lost.
Mike's blaming his routine,
which was broken today. Which was broken.
The Knicks' future is dependent on Mike's routine. The entire future of the Knicks is dependent on one man.
maybe 3. Maybe the guys with the whistles.
Or your president.
Or him never showing up again.
Oh, look who's in the chat.
Hey.
A dog.
Hey. Diddy was on point today. I saw him in the we started a group chat today. He was on today.
Yo, shout out to that group chat, yo. Shout out to the unks, the OGs in there, Uncle Eddie, Uncle Mike, Uncle Bob, Uncle Ev. Shout out to y'all.
Here we was, Dylan. I'm just waiting for the train, and all of a sudden I get a notification. You've been added to a new chat.
Yep. I didn't sign up for this. I'm seeing a bunch of people with a bunch of Knicks memorabilia laid out on the couch. It was kind of crazy. It was wild. It was some wild behavior going on there. But I love all y'all, man.
Love the energy.
Yeah. Go Knicks, go.
So what are we talking about? We've been on for 40 minutes.
Well, we've covered the game multiple times at this point. So let's go ahead and get your thoughts. So I can tell you lose your shit when you start blaming refs.
Well, I'm not blaming the refs. The Knicks didn't play well. The refs, it didn't help, but the Knicks didn't play particularly well. I thought the Knicks didn't go to Cat as much as they should have. They kind of was just kind of like trying to figure it out and not running the offense through him. So I would have liked for them to. Oh, that's what I wanted to see. If they would have ran the offense through Cat tonight, because Brunson he didn't play well again. Although I thought he got beat up tonight, but I didn't think he was playing well, which would be when you go to Cat. What I wanted to see, which I can't be mad of. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Deuce played 9 minutes.
That's what James brought up, and I was like, that's a very good point. Bridges played 29 minutes and was in foul trouble, and he only played 9 minutes.
Like, I understand, like, my thought process, I wanted to see how the minutes staggered, because my thought process was Clarkson was playing he played very well tonight.
And I think he stole some...
And I think he stole Deuce's minutes, but you still could have found minutes for Deuce. I don't know why he didn't go back to Alvarado. It felt like
Alvarado's given good minutes this entire
I don't think
series.
he coached that great today.
he played 12 minutes total, but it felt like he didn't play a lot in the second half. Like,
stop it, sir. Wemby's dirty.
I mean, he elbowed Brunson in the throat.
Listen,
Did
nobody
he not?
thought much of that shit until they slowed it down, because in real time that shit was not bad.
Brunson thought it was something because in real time he got up and said something to him.
Yeah, and set a screen on him. Just set a screen on him. But like again, in real time, it didn't look as bad as it did in slow motion. But slow motion makes everything look egregious.
You also don't think that was a flagrant on Castle, did you?
What?
When he ran Brunson over?
No,
And threw
that wasn't a
form.
flagrant. I thought it was a foul. I didn't think it was a flagrant.
So that you think that was an unnecessary contact.
No, the
It
way they were
wasn't
playing,
necessary.
no.
Listen,
so that form,
Dylan, comparatively,
sticking out was necessary.
My problem is the way the refs were calling that game.
Dylan,
that was
Dylan,
okay.
Once we
Dylan,
go
compared
to the replay, we're now dissecting that play.
I also didn't think in slow mo that shit looked bad. I didn't think it looked bad in real time. I didn't think it looked bad in slow motion.
hey Dylan,
Yes.
comparatively to the Josh Hart trip, unnecessary.
The Josh Hart trip is more unnecessary than that.
No, he literally
he didn't need to grab his ankle.
He didn't grab his ankle. All he did was extend his arm. He didn't grab it. He extended his arm.
Hooked. His hand hooked the ankle.
So then if you compare it to the push, he purposefully extended his arms to push Brunson onto the ground. That's unnecessary.
He didn't make a basketball play. He didn't make he looked at Brunson and literally ran him over, extending his forearm when he did it. I'm not saying it's a flagrant 2. I'm not saying throw him out the game. I'm saying by the letter of that is a flagrant foul.
Correct. By the letter of the law, there's a lot of things that could have been called as fouls as a whole.
Oh,
but
I said that at halftime, but they were just
letting them fight. But that's why it's like, if you're going to let them fight, you can't call that.
You got it. No, I mean,
that's the ref's fault.
When you're reviewing
flagrant.
Yes, when you're reviewing these things, yes, when they're playing and they're going back and forth and the flow of the game is going on, cool. But when the game is stopped and you're reviewing and you see that, you got to make that call.
It's a flagrant. Like, I understand what you're saying. I have no problem with them calling that a regular foul in real time and just the way we're going, all right, that was a little much. But then once we have to go to the booth and replay it, nah, no way. There's no way.
This also was completely blown out of proportion when that shit first happened.
That one I didn't think was.
Yeah, I didn't think that was anything. Actually, I thought that was that.
Because he stood over him.
But he didn't stand over him either. Yeah, he didn't do that either.
He walked over, and then the second he bumped into him, he was like, "Whoa, my bad."
That was overreaction. That was a lot of emotion from the beginning of the game, stuff going on.
That I will agree. And then Hart, he pushed him, so. I was gonna, because I was like, maybe you could call it double T, but nah, he just.
If you try to call double T there, I'd be like, Cornette didn't do anything.
But we see that all the time, and I hate when they do that all the time. That's why I don't have a problem. That's fine. Because I hate whenever anything happens, the refs just default. We don't want to do our job. Double technical.
I'm surprised they even call the technical on that. To be honest,
it was a little
because again, we've had worse shit happen in this series so far that didn't get a technical, but that gets a technical
because the Knicks can't. The Knicks can't get nothing.
Well, again,
De'Aaron Fox should have gotten technical for that, and nothing happened.
No, they had a few people that were separated. They could have easily issued out double technicals. I think it was Bridges got involved in that, and they started
pushed
talking.
Bridges too.
Yeah, and because he got.
Okay. You see what happens? The devil is a lie. You see what happens?
I hit the mud. Yeah, he did the shit with Brunson. They were staring at each other, and then Bridges came over and pushed him, and then he pushed Bridges. That could have been a double tech. That was way more than what fucking happened with Cornette. Yes. But not like super give a fuck rooting for them.
No, you don't want us to win. So you're
I at this point I don't care if you guys win. I don't care. It's not gonna like affect me a ton, but
I mean, we can't ignore the free throw disparity, guys. 24 to 8 is pretty fucking egregious.
It is, but at the same time, I'm going to bring it back to what I said in game one, where it's like the fouls are different. You guys aren't attacking the basket as much as the Spurs do.
I disagree with that.
And it doesn't
Dylan, that's complete bullshit. I'm sorry.
It's not. It is not. I could do the same thing with French that I do with you that I do with French, where I could go and I could tell you exactly like the percentage of drives and attacks at the basket.
Like I just looked at this shit, Dylan.
Where the Spurs are just attacking the fucking basket.
I mean, foul calls aren't only called at the rim.
No,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I understand that, but the reason why the Spurs are getting the foul calls is where you're more likely to get a foul call doing what? Attacking the basket.
But you're doing a disservice if you're not calling fouls just because they're not happening at the rim.
Again, I'm not going to argue that.
But but I know you're not going to argue that, but that's what our issue is. Like, the foul calls that are happening are not happening at the rim, and you're saying that you'll get more foul calls if you just attack the rim. But it's like, just do your job just a little bit better, because the fouls are still happening. Just doesn't matter that they're not happening at the rim. Call the fouls.
Well, they're different fouls. Like, you want the Knicks get the same calls as the Spurs do.
No. We just want foul calls.
Because how are you going to get, like, the only way you're going to get free throws if you're not attacking the basket is if you get into the penalty. And they're not that's not the right way to call a game. But my thing is, how are the Spurs getting their fouls? I'm trying to, like, I'm not trying to harp on the reason why they're shooting more free throws is because they're attacking the basket and you guys are not attacking the basket. How are they getting in? Like, how are the Knicks getting into the bonus? Because they're fouling while they're attacking the basket. But
the Spurs are getting reaching calls. They got a couple of them.
Most of their fouls were called on while they're like shooting and attacking. Like, you did get one back on this fucking push by Keldon Johnson.
Again, that was an awful call.
Oh, that was terrible. But it, again, was one of those things where everything looks worse in slow motion than it does in real time. Because in real time, I thought that was a foul. All I saw was Mitch go flying into Wemby while he's shooting a 3 from fucking 40. But then you see in slow motion, Keldon Johnson shoved the fuck out of him.
That lob that they do with Wemby is just such nonsense.
How is it nonsense? Because it works? You saw Josh Hart didn't get a layup attempt today?
He didn't try.
Shamit did for him. Yeah, I was thinking of you and
and again, just, oh my God.
Sent to Brooklyn. Sent to Astoria.
Yeah, Shamit just 1 for 7 from 3, 1 for 8 overall. Bridges, no show.
That was the shot of the game. Fox hitting that shot over OG. That was the shot of the game. That won the game.
Yeah,
that shot. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because there's a lot of these fouls that happen where it's like in real time you can't see it because everybody pushes off and extends every fucking play.
I see them in real time.
And they don't get called. Like that Mitch foul in real time, didn't see much of it. I thought Mitch just went flying into him because the angle you see, you don't fully see the extension of it because it was his left hand that fucking pushed him. That's far side behind. You can't see that shit. But then there was also like Cat in the first quarter literally stiff-armed Cornette in his fucking chest and spun him on the baseline, which is absolutely a fucking foul. It didn't get called.
But they're fouling on jump shots. Like they're hacking. Like that's what's I think bothering all. Like they're hacking.
Don't do this. Don't do this. we're not going to sit here and be like, because I don't see it in real time that I don't think they're fucking happening. You do have the review process because clearly the refs are there in real time and aren't seeing it fucking happen, so you have to do it. But I'm supposed to see everything. And
No,
again,
they're
if
seeing
you're
it.
rooting for the Knicks, you're going to be looking for literally fucking everything. You're going to be pigeonholing everything. I'm not sitting here complaining. Like, I did the Luke Cornett one because that was really funny that they didn't call that. But, like, I'm not sitting here arguing that the Spurs should have shot more because they were fouling here and this and this and this and blah, 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 blah. I'm just arguing there's some things you can't see all the time. And now you're getting emotional. Spurs warm-ups. It's all right. Maybe, hear me out, maybe if the Knicks didn't turn over the ball a fuck ton of times, they wouldn't have to worry about the fucking free throws and they could win. We could control what we could control. Or, how many free throws tonight did the Knicks miss? 4? How much did the Knicks lose by? 4? You could argue the foul shit, but at the end of the day, I will tell you what I tell everybody. Blaming the refs for losses is fucking loser shit. Control what you can control.
Fuck the refs.
The Knicks went 18 for 22. The Spurs went 25 for 32.
Control what you can control. We're going to blame the refs when the Knicks had how many more turnovers than the Spurs?
Turnovers?
Yeah.
5.
5 more turnovers than the Spurs. We're going to blame the refs for that? Or are we going to blame the Knicks for that? Can't. Missed the free throws. You got free throws. You missed 4 of them. You lost by 4. You going to blame the refs for the free throws you missed?
No. We're blaming the refs for the free throws that we didn't get to take.
We going to blame the refs for Jalen Brunson going fucking, 11 for 25?
I am gonna blame the refs for 13 more foul calls.
That's fine. Did the you said it yourself? Did those foul calls really impact the game that much where you couldn't win when you lost by 4?
Yes, Dylan.
James said no.
Because the game was
James said
close
no
enough.
earlier.
I said that. Did it affect us that much? I said no because we only lost by 4. But the thing is, they didn't call a lot of fouls, Dylan. That's the problem. Like, they didn't call a lot of fouls. I'm not saying, we didn't get. Even if there were side outs, I'm just talking about foul calling.
Extra possessions.
I'm just talking about foul calling. I'm not talking about the free throws and everything like that. Yeah, we didn't shoot as many free throws. It was in the second half. It was really a disparity when you look at it was 22-4 or something like that in the second half.
24 to 8.
Yeah, like it was a huge difference in the second half. But I'm just talking about the foul calling.
They only called 2 more fouls on them than on you guys and them.
Huh?
23 personal fouls, 21 personal fouls.
No, hold on a second.
I literally have it up right now.
That's what I have as well.
23-21. So it's not like it was a massive disparity here. It was only a difference of 2.
Still have the free throw disparity, though.
But that's the Dylan. If there's a 2 foul difference and they're plus 10 on the free throw,
it goes back to my initial point.
Weird.
Where are the fouls being called? The only way you will get free throws is if you're attacking the basket or if you are in the bonus.
And they were.
Dylan, I'm pretty sure I can pinpoint multiple times where we got mauled in the paint and they didn't call shit.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I could do that too and argue that the Spurs could have had more calls for them, but I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm not. My problem with the refs are they don't know when to try to control the game, because there came a point in the third quarter where they were just calling everything on everybody. for it. So they let the game get too physical, and then they start calling ticky-tacks to try to calm the game down, and it doesn't work. And then they keep
Ticky-tacks
trying,
on
and
us.
it doesn't work.
But yeah, I would say, but
No, they
Dylan,
did it on both teams, too. In the third
No,
quarter, they did it on both.
No, Dylan, stop.
Doesn't
Yes.
equate.
We're not
No,
doing
Dylan,
that.
that
We're not
doesn't
going to sit
equate.
here and act like a fucking victim here.
No, you just saw the comment. You just saw the comment just now. That was 100% facts.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, in the third quarter, there was a span where there was like 5 calls on both of you guys, back to back to back, where it's like it was taking turns. So we can't sit here and be like, it didn't happen to the Spurs. It did happen to the Spurs. You just don't like when it happened to the Knicks.
The reason that it's impossible for that to be the case was if they were calling it like that, we would have went to the free throw line. We didn't go to the free throw line. They would be in the penalty.
I'm not saying they did that.
Spurs should have been in the penalty too.
I'm saying there was a span in which they were just calling bullshit for both teams.
Dylan.
But at that time, they had already gotten us earlier in the game.
Listen to this, Dylan. In the fourth quarter, this is the foul calling in the fourth quarter. You got a cat foul at 11:45, a Bridges foul at 11:35,
Those are two fouls.
A Jose Alvarado foul at 10:56, a Landry Shamet foul at 9:18, a Mikal Bridges foul at 8:10, a Stephon Castle foul at 8:05, a Keldon Johnson foul at 7:45, and then a Carl Thompson foul.
That was the reviewed one.
The fact that the game, the fourth quarter started with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight foul calls before they even got to a foul call for the Spurs. That's how you like.
Can
it
I
also
ask you a question,
depends.
James?
It depends on it. It depends on when the foul calls are happening as well. You can't look at that's like me saying, "Oh, the stats are the stats," and not knowing the context behind it. If you say, "Oh,"
but I know the context behind it.
Yeah, and but the context you threw out was, "Oh, they only had one more foul call than the Spurs."
No, I'm just saying you guys were saying it was so lopsided, and as a whole, it wasn't. But the problem is, like, you named me a bunch of fouls there.
The foul calling.
You named me a bunch of fouls there. If we were to go through and rewatch all of those fouls, especially the fourth quarter, because they were the Bridges fouls that he got in the fourth quarter, the one where he wrapped his arm around Wemby is absolutely a foul. Literally a foul. He wrapped his arms around Wemby's arms.
Yes, the cat foul and the Bridges foul were 2 loose ball fouls. But what about the other 9 foul calls?
The other Bridges foul was also a foul because he fucking pushed. So I remember that. The first cat foul I don't remember. The first cat foul I don't remember.
I'm personally not debating too much on whether or not some of our calls were, fouls or whatnot. Because yeah, we did foul. I'm not going to deny that. My main issue is those same ticky-tack fouls they were calling on us. I didn't see that for the Spurs, especially in the fourth. Because I saw the Spurs doing the same shit we were doing. But all the calls just seemed to get on us. And then 2 seconds later, we're already in the penalty. And there's like 10 minutes left in the fourth.
Yeah, 5 straight foul calls.
Hey, man.
In the penalty immediately.
And what was that? You said it was like 5 minutes into the fourth when the Spurs got their first foul call?
If we were to go through and review all of these fouls that were called, and we see that they're not ticky-tack fouls, and they're actually fouls, will y'all shut the fuck up?
Well, no, because I'm not. That's not my main point. That's not my main point. My main thing is the Spurs should have been called for more shit too. If it was down the line, the Spurs should have been the penalty around the same time we should have been. Because I saw them doing the same shit we was doing.
But again, 2 of those 3 fouls were them just holding down the 7'5" guy.
I'm not debating that.
So how are they supposed to get called for like the similar fouls when they're not doing?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those ticky-tack fouls they're calling on us, man.
Listen, again, I will sit here and review every foul with you guys that was called, and we can determine whether it's ticky-tack foul or not. And if it's not, I need apologies from all of you because it wasn't like that fucking bad. Like y'all were fouling. They
So
were
how are
fouling
we-
too.
How are we going to go over the calls that were not called on the Spurs?
We can't do the ones that were not called because there's no way to do that.
But that's
Unless
my
you
main
watch
issue,
the
though.
game. I said
But
I
Dylan,
can
that's
review
the
yours.
issue. That's
But
the
that's my
issue
issue,
we're
Dylan. That's what I'm
having,
trying to tell
Dylan. We're
you.
not having
That's
an
what
issue
I'm
with
trying
the
to tell
calls on the Knicks. We're having an issue with the calls not called on the Spurs. That's what we're complaining about.
How is Bodega getting hacked when he's not doing shit? He didn't do shit today. We're gonna call a foul when De'Aaron Fox blocked the fuck out of his shot.
Dylan, that was towards the end of the fourth.
I'm just saying. We're gonna get.
Yeah,
when did Cat do enough to get a foul? He didn't do shit today. Am I wrong?
It was a physical game across the board. I think that
Mike, thank you, Mike Brown.
Mike Brown doing loser shit?
He's saying exactly what we're saying to you, Dylan. He said it's going to be really tough for us to win if in the second half they take 24 free throws and we take 8. We were fouling, but they were fouling too. And that's the problem. They're fouling too.
Loser shit. Don't turn over the ball more.
I think you keep
what you can control.
You keep running to whataboutisms in this, and you don't. And for someone
because
that doesn't like
we're comparing two. We're comparing two.
My thing is for someone that doesn't like the person that doesn't like whataboutisms, you're using them right now.
The thing is, I don't like whataboutisms when we're talking about one particular thing, but we are talking about the Spurs fouls versus the Knicks fouls. So you can only do whataboutisms because we're comparing two. It's not like I'm comparing to another team and bringing in a third party. I am doing a whataboutism in the context in which we are speaking. Right?
Which is what?
The Knicks fouls versus the Spurs fouls.
And it's lopsided. In the second half, it's completely lopsided. The free throw attempts.
And my same response to you is going to be the same thing I've been saying.
I'm not talking about the free throw attempts. I'm talking about the foul calling.
Mike's talking about free throw attempts. How do you get free throws?
By getting fouls called.
Do you if you swipe at the ball, do I get a foul? Do I get a free throw?
If you do it enough times, yes.
Yeah, if you get into the penalty. But that's my point based on.
Are they fouling every time?
No, but we got into the penalty within the first 5 minutes, so that's the point.
Yeah, because I saw y'all holding down the 7'5" guy.
You're only talking about 2 out of 5 fouls.
Those are the ones I just remember. You can
but those are still But those are still 2. Those are still 2. How many fouls do you have to have before you get into the penalty?
Was it?
And 5? I know you know this. You know this answer. All right. So if there's only 2 that you remember, there were 3 more. There were 3 more that were committed, or there were more than the 2 fouls that you saw that were
3.
So what I'm also saying is you saw 2 fouls that you remember, right? Those are what you remember.
3.
We know that you saw 2 fouls that you keep on recalling.
I said the Bridges one I remember too. The one before he was pulling down. So I have 3. 1 Cat, 2 Bridges. I don't remember the Landry. I don't remember the first Cat or the Landry Shamet one.
All right. So what I'm saying is there were still 5. Even if you count those, that's still only 4. There were 5 fouls committed.
If I have 3 and I missed 2, that's 5. That's enough to get you in the bonus.
Okay. What we're saying is that there were a lot of foul calls made on this team early on, creating them to be in the penalty. If they call the fouls from the other team that is being just as aggressive and that are fouling just like us, even if we're not going to the basket, they get put in the penalty as well.
Do you have any specific instances of fouls that you thought should have been called?
We can go back and look at foul calls. I mean, we can go back and look at
because if it was as egregious as we're naming it, we would have instances where, like, I could name instances where I thought there was fouls that should have been called.
Which were
Luke Cornett getting fucking Derrick Henry stiff armed in the first quarter by Cat.
No,
fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter.
Oh, fourth quarter? I don't have any specific.
Exactly.
But I could name other instances. Can you name me any?
Fourth quarter.
Yo, you just want fourth quarter. You don't want anything. I'm asking you anything.
Because the fourth quarter is the issue, Dylan. No whataboutisms. We're talking about the fourth quarter.
I'm sitting here. I asked you if you had anything in specific, even in the fourth quarter.
In
right?
the fourth quarter.
I'm giving you the entire game. Do you have anything in the game particularly that you thought should have been a foul? And you told me no. Even in the fourth quarter. That like my question includes the fucking fourth quarter, right? And you told me no. You don't have shit. So clearly, we don't have any specific instances. I was like, I may not have one in the fourth quarter, but I have an instance right off the top of my head of a foul
because
that should have
it
been called
stands
that
out
didn't
because
get
it was dumb. It was two dumb fouls. That's apparent here. That's apparent.
My
thing is,
I'm not talking about mine. I'm talking about a foul that wasn't called. Right?
Listen.
I asked
even
you if you had any instance of a foul that wasn't called.
My thing is, even if it's not apparent, Dylan, a foul is a foul.
I don't think you're understanding what I'm asking you.
You're asking me what fouls do I remember that stand out to me?
No, I didn't ask you what fouls. I asked you what you thought was a foul that didn't get called. I used Luke Cornett as an example.
And that goes back to my point of saying, though, those are standout things that you remember, right?
Of Luke Cornett? Because that didn't get called.
The fact that you're pointing it out is a standout thing, right? Can we agree on that? It's a standout thing.
Maybe I'm not like understanding you, or you're not understanding me here.
Okay.
Because there's clearly miscommunication here. Because I'm asking you if there was a play that stood out that should have been called as a foul, and then I used Luke Cornett getting stiff armed to oblivion as my example of a play of a foul that was not called and that should have been called. Right? So I'm not asking you for a foul that stood out. I'm asking you if you remember a play that happened that you think should have been called a foul.
So even if I say no, right? Listen to me here. Even if I say no, does that negate the fact that they wasn't playing aggressive and that there weren't calls that were being missed? Does that negate that automatically because I don't remember off of my top of my head?
No, but
okay.
I would say that it makes your argument less like
it does not. It does not.
I would say so. Because if something was so egregious, you're arguing with me calls that weren't called, but you don't have examples of things that could have been called.
No, because we could always go back to tape. It doesn't. You don't have to take my word
tape right now. I'm asking you if you remember anything.
My thing is, you don't have to take my word for it. We can always go back to tape.
I offered that. Nobody took me. Nobody asked me shit.
Dylan, we can do that. We can do that off air. I
was gonna do that now. We get taken off. I'm saying Lord. Because like for guys who are complaining about foul calls and not being like called, we don't have any examples of things that should have been called. We're just talking in generality.
That doesn't negate it, is what I'm saying. Just because someone doesn't have a fact right at the point in time of it, doesn't negate it. As long as you try, my thing is, as much as you try to minimalize it, because there is no point of a fact at the point in time that we're having the conversation, that doesn't make it fact.
I'm not arguing anything as a fact outside of what I'm saying.
Yes, because your point is the fact that I don't have a play or plays in mind to point out that these fouls were happening. It negates the idea that these things weren't happening. That's not a fact.
That's not me saying that these things aren't happening. It's me thinking that your point actually matters a little bit less because clearly nothing stood out to you as to plays that should have been called.
That's not true. That just means that I don't have a good memory of play-by-play right now.
And that's why that's a horrible thing to do when we're arguing on a show about specifics. So if we can't bring specifics to an argument where that are being specific, it's not really a good argument.
That's your opinion on that. That's your opinion on that.
So you think if somebody who is specifically like asking for facts and like verbatim things that happen, if you can't provide it, it's a good argument?
That is your point stance.
I'm asking you.
And I'm responding. That's your point stance, because if you were to say
that, how does that answer my question?
listen to me right now.
No,
If you
how does
were,
that answer my question?
because I'm telling you, if you were to say to me, these things happen, right? And I say, when did they happen? You said, go back and look at the tape. I say, all right, cool. I'll go back and look at the tape. Then I will
That's
go
not what I
back and look
did.
at, huh?
That's not what I did.
I know. I'm saying if you did that,
I'm not talking in hypotheticals. I'm talking about in what we're doing and what we did. I gave you an exact example of a foul that I thought
but
was a
clear.
foul
But
that
what
didn't get
you're
called.
proving, is that, in my point is what I'm saying, that in the same breath is where I would give you that grace. You're by the point that you're trying to make, you're not willing to give that grace because I don't have the what is it? I don't have the remembrance of what plays actually happen to say callback right now to be like, oh, at this point in time on this play right here, if you go back to that, that's what happened and everything. Just because I don't have that on the tip of my brain right now, it's a bad argument to you. There's no grace
We
because
could
we're
go
in
back to it
debate.
later. It's not going to do anything for the show, but as of right now, it's a terrible argument because they're not going to see us go back to it. Whereas I'll go back to the end of the first quarter in 2020 where Kyrie Irving went for a layup and got closed out by Giannis and injured his ankle, and a foul wasn't called when you took away a player's landing space. That was a foul that was called, or that wasn't called, that should have been called because that is a rule, right? I could tell you these examples of things that are going. Examples I've been giving you, you're saying replay mode, it looked worse, and you're not. That so the problem with what you're saying is it's not what I'm arguing, right? You're arguing something completely different. I'm saying that the fouls that happen in real time, I didn't see. Like Mitch getting pushed into Wemby, which was pushed by the offhand, the left hand, which is not TV side, right? You can't see what the left hand is doing on when he's getting behind Mitchell Robinson, like TV side. You
Now
see a
let me
full
ask you,
extension, but that
what?
is. Can I finish what I'm saying?
Go ahead, go
Where
ahead, go
everybody
ahead.
else fully extends every other play that doesn't get called, we don't know that that is a fucking foul off the rip, right? Clearly, the NBA didn't think it was a fucking foul. The refs that were there in real fucking time didn't see it as that. When you slowed it down, it looked worse. And then because it was challenged, it was overturned, right? Because you clearly see at a different angle that the push was a full shove, full extension, right? So we can't sit here and act like I'm being completely obtuse to the fact that there are things that we don't see. You are going to think that's a foul right off rip because you are rooting for the Knicks. So anything that happens where it's like, oh, that's not a foul, is this. Like you're automatically biased in the instance, right? You're going to think that that is a foul. Just like you're going to
No,
think everything is a foul
my question that I was going to ask to you was, why did that play stand out to you?
because it was challenged.
Exactly. Exactly. My point from the
Why wasn't
beginning
any
was,
other play stand
my
out to you?
point from the beginning, these plays that you're bringing up have been standouts. That's what I kept on saying to you. None of these plays that you're mentioning,
But
you
you're
haven't met.
asking you again. I don't think you understand what I'm asking you. We are going back to plays that were fouls, right?
Hmm.
I'm asking you about plays that didn't get called that stood out to you,
Yeah. Okay.
and you're asking me about plays that were called. The
The
reason why
plays
they
that
stood
you
out is
mentioned were still talked about, which make them standout plays.
so again. I'm asking
Name
for
a play that
fouls.
wasn't called that they didn't talk about and on the side. That wasn't a foul call.
That wasn't talked about on the side. What do you mean by it not talked about on the side?
Name a play that was not called, that they didn't discuss about the refs missing, or they had hit a replay when a free throw shot was happening or something like that. Name a play that was a foul call. I mean, that wasn't a foul call. That was a foul to you. That wasn't a standout.
That was. So when you say standout, what do you like? It didn't stand out to anybody.
No, I just made the
I'm trying to
example.
get better
So
clarity so I can answer your question, James.
He's
name
telling
a
you to
name
do the same thing in reverse. So the way that you're asking him to name a call that the Knicks didn't get, that wasn't called, he's asking you to name a foul that the Knicks made that wasn't called. Since it's happening on both sides.
Cat shoving Cornette.
They went to replay on that play.
They did not. He did not get called for shit. That is bullshit. They did not. They didn't they didn't. Cat literally on baseline, literally shoved Cornette, took around and missed the jump shot, and they kept it pushing. There was nothing called on that.
So they never called back. They never made it. The commentators never made a call back to that play. They
never
did
made
not
a call back to it.
They didn't make a call back to that play.
That's what I'm trying to understand.
No, I'm asking you. So the commentators, while the game continued, nobody made a call back to that moment of happening.
Outside of it happening in real time.
I'm asking you a question.
I'm trying to confirm what you're saying, sir.
My question is clear. I said what you said. It continued.
Clearly, I'm not fucking understanding you, James.
Okay, so you said the play kept going after that happened, right? And I'm asking you, so the commentators or anybody within the game didn't make a call back to that moment that happened that you're talking about after it happened.
When you say call back, what do you mean? Do you mean in real time when it's happening or later in the game? That's what I'm trying to understand. Or is it when the play happens, the announcers mention it in that moment?
Yeah.
Or is it, hey, callback, we're making a callback to it later
I'm saying either or. I said either. I said after the play happened that you're mentioning, because you said they continued, right? You said they continued. The game continued.
There was no ball stoppage on it.
Yes. All right. So since it continued, was there a callback to that moment that happened by commentators or anything since it happened?
Since it happened, no.
Okay, all right.
Because the only time it was mentioned was when Richard Jefferson was like, that's an offensive foul. And then they kept it pushing.
Okay, all right.
That's why I'm asking you what you mean by callback. Because if it
what is a callback?
When you refer to something like when something's happened,
is it a time? I don't think it's a time period to a callback. I don't think
it's called a callback for a reason.
Is it
because you were calling back to it? You don't call back to something in real time, James.
Okay. The play passed. You do it in real time.
For him to say
and then you do a that callback. Was a foul. All right.
That's why I'm trying to understand what the fuck you're saying, James.
For him to say that was a foul is a callback because the play had passed. That was a foul.
It's real time.
Okay.
It's literally real time.
All right.
When it happened, oh, that was a foul. In the sense where you watch something happen was a foul. When you're telling me callback, it's, oh, we're in the second quarter. Hey, do you remember in the first quarter when this happened? That's a callback. You're confusing talking about something in real time, talking about the thing to a callback, something in the past, calling back to, not moving forward to or speaking to in present tense. What does that have to do with shit? So, like me, that's why I'm trying to clarify to you, what do you mean by callback? Because if you're talking about speaking in real time in the present tense in which it happened, that's not a callback.
So only
that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, I don't sit here. I'm not like I don't fully understand where he's trying to go or what he's saying, but yet I'm getting yelled at because he's using callback wrong. First, I wish I was on the fucking Spurs payroll. Quit bitching about the refs.
This live look at me and Anthony listening to this conversation.
Like, why are we asking me about callbacks in real time? That's not how we use that word. Callback's a reference to something that has happened prior. When the only time anything was mentioned about that play I'm mentioning was in real time. Never went back to it.
No, I almost got too comfortable with us sweeping through these playoff series.
Can't happen every time.
I know. Just getting on the pod and then all we do is just blaze the Knicks for like an hour and a half.
I saw Brunson get hit in real time. I said I saw Brunson get hit in real time. I just didn't think it looked as bad as it did in slow motion, because in slow motion it looks like he got fucking shot.
Like, here's my
worse in slow motion.
Well, here's my
foul.
My thing with the foul calls, free throw disparity, all that. Look, I do partially agree with the
I'm
whole
not.
like
I'm not saying that's not a foul,
it's.
French. Go ahead.
I will say this. I do partially agree with um, the whole ideology that it's loser shit. You know, I think if you wholly blame it on refs or foul calls, that's loser shit. I
So
don't think
French
it's
is
wrong
doing.
to sit here. I can't agree with that because my thing is I would immediately point to Landry Shamet and be like, dude, you're ice cold. You know, that's just one example right there.
Not
And
blaming the
then
refs.
y'all said y'all said Clarkson played well. I don't think he played well. Like, yeah, he made a few shots, but he had some sloppy turnovers. That kind of cost
You're
us.
not. Sorry. Go ahead.
So my thing is, our biggest issue is, yeah, the refs are the refs. They've been asked this whole series, especially tonight. But our bench has to step up. Our bench did not show up today at all, and we need much better bench play.
I just want
So
to.
I'm not going to sit here. No, that's
Sorry.
it.
Because I just wanted to call back to this. I don't know if this comment was talked
It
about
was
enough.
addressed. It was
This
addressed.
this is a
Yeah,
S
it
tier
was
comment
addressed.
here.
It
S
is.
tier.
That was
The
addressed.
best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be.
Just wanted to make sure.
Did you also see the comments him making about sharpshooter?
Yes, like I've been noticing all the references, and I felt like it wasn't hitting, it wasn't landing with anyone, and like it did with me. And I just wanted to make sure. Appreciate it.
Love that you enjoyed me yelling.
And cursing. You're lucky this is after dark.
Oh, Mike's gonna drown me.
I really hope we
The
just
Knicks,
win game 4, so
the
this
Knicks
wasn't
don't
like a
turn the
Trump
ball
curse.
over. If the
We're
Knicks don't
also
turn the
blaming the
ball over,
refs.
they win.
Loser shit. Every sport.
Yes,
Blame the
can we
refs. Loser shit.
hold on. Can we get away from the free throws and the foul calls for a second? Can we talk about Brunson? Like I said this last time, and I want to repeat this. Can we talk about how this Brunson iso ball shit has been stagnating our offense and allowing the Spurs to build these leads? Like we were doing well, then Brunson he starts bricking, and then he starts trying to force his offense, and then little do you know, we become stagnant. The ball's not moving, and then the Spurs go on the run.
I
Like
mean, I saw them do this to SGA though. Like it's copy and paste. Like that's why it doesn't surprise me, which is why Cat and the bench have to play well because their game plan is to take Brunson out of the game and make the rest of us beat them. It didn't happen tonight. It did not happen tonight.
This is also like the first time we're seeing Brunson and Prey not work.
it
Yes.
didn't work in game 2.
But
It's
no,
not
like
the
as
first
a
time.
whole, like this series here is like the first time really in 4
Oh,
years
okay.
that Brunson and Prey isn't like super successful. Remember, this guy is one of the greatest playoff risers of all
No,
time.
even during his playoff rising moments, which is most of his playoff career with the Knicks, there have been some games here and there where the whole Brunson and friends shit just wasn't working. There were some times,
Well, there's
you
also
know.
again this whole playoff series has been weird because you guys have blown out a bunch of fucking teams. So it's hard to just sit here and be like Brunson and Prey when everybody has 16 points, you're up 50. So like there's those instances that don't work, but then you have the majority of instances where Brunson and Prey does work, and that's just been the identity of this Knick team for 4 years.
Landry Shamet, McBride, and Alvarado had a combined 7 points and were 1 from 11 from 3. That's the ball
Yeah,
game right there.
that's the ball game.
If they make half of those, the Knicks win the game. So, like I said, despite all the nonsense, somebody else has to come to the bar. Like the bench has to deliver, or the Knicks can't win.
Because we can't. Not everyone is going to be on every night. You know, I'm not going to kill Bridges for having an off night. You know, everybody can't be on every single night, but you just need enough people. We just didn't have enough people today. Like even the bench, screw all 3 of them. If we just had Shamit not go 1 for fucking 8 from the field. Wait, what did he say?
He
Yeah,
said
that was a
Brunson
top.
is
That was
just
a
thick
top
Trey
10.
Young.
That was funny.
Wait, what?
That was funny. That
Oh
was
my
funny.
god! I
That
don't even
was
know how to
funny.
respond
Actually,
to that.
I'm gonna bless him with that one. I'm gonna give him that one.
Bang, bang.
I saw Joe Budden in the crowd.
No, but I'm
Button
sure
was
he's
there?
there.
Yeah, Joe Budden was there. I knew he was gonna be there. I was like, "Where is he at?" And I found him. I was like, "There's Joe Budden." They got Derek Jeter to come out of his house.
I know. I was so hyped when I
Yeah.
saw Derek Jeter.
That's like when you get me to come out of the house.
Because let me tell you guys a secret. Dylan never leaves the house.
I go to work. I go to the gym. I go home.
Team outings that we try to have, we got to get Dylan by 6:00 or it's over.
So what you're saying is this cruise ain't never happening.
We got to keep chipping.
Oh, that
away.
cruise is never happening.
We got to keep
The
chipping.
Titanic.
We gotta keep chipping away.
Man, Titanic was 19
And
fucking
fucking
14.
DJ Khaled was courtside. At first, I was like, "Is that DJ Khaled or is that
I couldn't
fucking
believe
French
that was
Montana?"
Khaled. Yeah,
and I was
couldn't-
like, "Yep, that's DJ Khaled." Never mind.
Fresh Montana, Max B. Um, Kiefer,
I was like, "Why are we
Mur-
giving the guy from
Murray.
Miami Knicks tickets?"
My Law and Order, my Law and Order people was there.
Oh,
Shout out to
Marissa
that.
Hargitay and
She's always
fucking
there.
And,
No problem with her.
Detective
being there.
Stabler,
No problem.
Yes,
with her. They're always there.
Benson and
I
Stabler.
love them. Yeah, Ben Stabler, those are I love them so much. Shout out to Law and Order SVU, one of the greatest shows ever.
Yes.
It was
yes.
good though. It was funny.
But
Yeah, I didn't know whether to pause for that. Like,
But still.
I was looking for this meme. I was waiting for that to come up.
Still. I mean, did anyone see the pregame? By the way, Dylan.
No.
Dylan, think once again, another Gatorade in the bank.
I was say I didn't watch pregame, so if anything happened on it, I knew you would
They-
tell me pre-show, but they were talking about it during the broadcast.
They did mention it on the pregame.
what they mentioned?
99.
Ernie just mentioned that it was the first finals game since '99.
What time are you giving me on that?
About 30 seconds.
See, now we can't trust Mike. We can't trust Mike.
It literally was 30 seconds.
Because I know I got a minute during the game.
Because he transitioned into talking about Wendy. So, and
I know
even
I got a
if
minute.
you got
in
a
the fourth
minute,
quarter.
even if you got a minute, you needed 4 minutes.
Sir, I can't trust you because you're clearly against me. So
You're in a hole.
I didn't
You're
watch
down
pregame to know for sure.
You're down to.
I don't know. Man.
You're down. You're
can't
down
trust
to, buddy.
We can't trust Mike.
He said we can't trust.
You are
can't trust
down to. My point to
Did they
that
play
was,
Go New York, Go at any point?
Yes.
Okay, I also get the time for that too because that was made in '99. I do. It's true,
No.
right? You know the lyrics to that song.
That song was made in '94, by the way.
How? Sprewell wasn't on the team in '94.
Do you not clearly you don't listen to the song that I play in here, which is the original song, and they're talking about John Starks?
Yeah, they also talk about Sprewell in that fucking song.
No, they're not. They remade the song. In
And when did they
99.
remake that song?
They remade the
When
song.
did they remake it?
But the song.
When did they remake it?
When did they make the song?
What, the one that has Sprewell and all that shit in it, where is it?
My point is, when did they make the song?
What year, Mike? Would that be
They
99?
made the song in '94.
So if they remade the song for 99, wouldn't that mean that song came out in 99?
No, it would mean it came out in '94.
A remix has a separate date, Mike. You're a fan of Diddy.
I am talking about when
So
they made
Jagged Edge
the song.
Get Married came out at what year? And then when did the Diddy remix come out? That's a separate song.
But I'm talking about when they made the original song.
Okay, and they're playing the remix for 99. So I get that time too. So we'll say that went 4 minutes total. And
you owe me 2 Gatorade.
I owe you 1 Gatorade. You can't be trusted because now you're out here trying to argue something.
What bets are you guys having? I don't understand. I don't know what the hell y'all be betting on. I'm so lost. Like,
they would be talking about the 99 series extensively because it's a storyline in this series, apparently. To James and Dylan and everyone that was in the comments. Everyone in the comments, it's a storyline here.
I guess you can't say that nowadays.
No.
You could be a fan of Michael and not like the stuff he did off the fucking music. Next you know, Mike's gonna tell me he doesn't like R. Kelly.
I like his music.
Yeah.
99 is not a storyline. I believe T. Severe also told me that was going to be a storyline. I believe he also said that this was a thing. And
T. Severe backed me up. They talked about it for 4 minutes today total.
That was crazy.
Back me up. If it's 2-on-1, Mike can't be right.
I hope you enjoyed it tonight because you ain't going to hear no more in this series.
I'll take another bet on that.
Nope.
Exactly, you fucking fraud. Nope. You fucking fraud.
Because you're trying to Captain Little Brand.
You fucking fraud. Nope. You said they're not going to mention it again. Fraud.
Yes, deal with the bet you made.
I am. I think you're a liar.
I'm going to be a hydrated liar.
Mm-hmm.
And in context, he didn't make this bet. You made your bet.
Huh?
I said in context, Dylan didn't make this bet. Mike, you made your bet.
No, Dylan bet me.
No,
you made the bet.
Tailor this to you.
I tailored the bet, but who offered the bet?
You did.
The idea spawned from Dylan and I, but you made the bet in which you were comfortable with. Like 4 minutes and 30 seconds is crazy.
It was 2 minutes until we found out it was a 90-minute pregame show. Which again, Dylan agreed to. Why, James, are you once again talking about a bet that you refuse to get in?
I'm just being the moral police in here, and morally, this is yes, I am.
Mike is morally bankrupt.
You're biased.
I am being the moral police. No, Mike, you made this bet you made this bet completely based on what you were comfortable with. You were like, oh, I can't give you that until I know this. I can't give you that until I know that. I don't know how to do that.
I can't give you a time frame until I know how much TV time we're talking.
No. You said, I'll give you pregame, but it's gonna cost you more if I give you pregame. And then he was like, "What?"
Because
you didn't even know. You didn't even know what the pregame time. It wasn't even based on. It wasn't even based on how long the pregame was. Just to give him
Exactly.
No.
I originally said in the game, and you and Dylan kept talking about the whole broadcast, and Dylan,
you're missing the point. You're adding in the context of I didn't know how long it was gonna be versus your first original statement was, I'll give you pregame, but it's gonna cost you this much. And he said, all right, give me pregame. I gotta see how long it's gonna be. Then it turned into that.
At the end of the day, Mike took advantage of me not being a bitch because we spent so much time trying to get it. I was not leaving without a bet. I was not leaving without a bet because we were working so fucking hard for it. If I would have sat there and said no, then it would have just been hell.
You should honestly be mad at James, Dylan.
I'm not mad at James. I'm mad at you being morally bankrupt.
Because I gave you
morally bankrupt
black and white bet. I realized that I gave you a loophole, but I said I have to deal with it because I didn't specify. And James came in and wanted to add these clauses. And now
Severe.
winning.
Mike is morally bankrupt.
But we'll be fully hydrated.
Fully hydrated. I'm gonna be a fully hydrated piece of shit.
Fully hydrated with all my Gatorade because you and everyone in the comments that was telling me that I'm crazy, that the storyline for this series is 99. You're wrong.
Don't worry, I'll win it
You're
back.
wrong.
If there's a will, there's a way.
If you want to admit that you're wrong right now, we don't got to finish the series.
It's not over. I can't be wrong yet. I still got time. I got at least 2 more games. Right now. I'll get it back when Home Run Derby rolls around. I ain't worried.
You can get your Gatorade back. You can't get that rat poison back. You're wrong.
Oh, yeah. You want to talk about rat poison? We can talk about
Wrong.
Trent Grisham if you'd like.
Yeah.
You're still wrong.
I actually am more right. I've never been more right about anything in my life.
You're right. You can't be wrong because it's an opinion. But
It's
neither
not.
can I.
It's not. We're talking
That's
facts.
the caveat.
Listen to how he's laying it out.
Right? Like, he said I was wrong. I've never been more right about anything in my
then
life until I talked about Trent Grisham yesterday.
And then corrected myself and said, no, you're right. You cannot be wrong. But neither can I.
If only it worked that way.
Refuses to agree to that.
Because
your opinion is right. My opinion.
it's
can't.
not an opinion. I'm basing it all on fact. I don't understand what we're
Your
doing
opinion is he's having a good season.
here.
My opinion is he's not having a good season.
And then you told me he wasn't playing to his baseball card, and then I said that's kind of bullshit. When
Well,
you're doing a full 162 game
because
season versus a guy who's played only 60 games.
You
That
tried
doesn't
to
provide
tell
the
me, well,
context.
he's playing almost to his baseball card, so it's the same thing.
Well, he was.
Is he doing better than he did last year?
And then I got you the exact numbers
Doing
through
better
62.
than he did last year.
And the answer is
Is
yes.
he doing better?
Yes, Mike.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Well, I sent you everything.
No.
I sent you everything. I literally went through 62 games.
Mhm.
What was Trent Grisham's averages? And he's literally better than he was last year. You could go in the chat. I literally did
going to it
everything
right now.
for you. Through 62
I'm going
games,
right
the
now.
only thing Trent Grisham did better last year than this year is what he hit more home runs. And guess what? He hit more home runs and has less runs and less RBIs than he does this year. But everything is literally identical. If we're going to count 1,000th of a point off where it's not 100% to the T, sure. He got a walk that led to a little bit lower of an average that lowered down 1,000th of a percent for it. But literally, his run numbers are high. His batting average is almost identical. His on-base percentage is identical. His slugging percentage is the only thing that's different because he hit more home runs last year. But runs, RBIs, walks, on-base percentage, average are identical. But he provides more runs this year than he did last year. So he is better this year than he is last year.
Trent Grisham is batting almost identical to what he was doing last year. Is it better or worse?
Again, what do you think is better?
Is it better or worse?
I'd say it's better because he provides more runs. That's why batting average isn't the end-all, be-all, Mike.
I'm just asking you if it's better or worse.
Better. Again, I
higher?
told you why.
It's higher?
Well, we're talking just batting average, or are we talking about his play as a whole?
Is his batting average better?
No, I think it's what, 1,000th of a point lower, 2,000th of a point lower.
Is it better?
I'm asking for clarity,
No,
Mike.
it is not better. That's the answer.
I said no, and I said I think it's
Not
1,000th or
better.
2,000th of a point lower. How many did he provide more runs this year than last year?
He has scored more runs at this point.
Does he
than
have
last year.
more RBIs than he does this year than last year?
That I will find out right now.
The answer is yes. He does have more RBIs this year than he did last year at this point. So yes, that is the correct answer for it. Their on-base percentage, I think, is very close. But again, in baseball, if we're going to argue the third number in an average, then we're arguing the wrong things. So I'd rather take the guy who has a slightly lower batting average but is providing more runs. Wouldn't you? You wouldn't?
It depends on, again, if there are clutch at bats, if there are late game at bats, all of that matters. Because you can have empty calories.
the stats that you're providing me don't give me that clarity either. So,
but now you're asking for context. So now
you asked for context. I didn't.
No, I did not. You did. I'm
you
just
said it
asking you: is it better or is it worse? And
I
you
asked,
keep giving me the runaround.
Mike, I'm not. I told you no. I said it's lower by like a couple, like thousandth of a percent, and then I asked you my questions about runs and RBIs, and then I said, would you rather have the guy with the lower batting average if he provides more runs? And you said depends if they're clutch at bats. You're the one asking for more context. I'm not.
Well, defensively, he's pretty solid. I don't think his defense is dipped.
Defense is exactly about where he is.
I wouldn't criticize his defense.
The only thing you could argue with me about where he's at, again, is his slugging percent last year because he hit more home runs. But I will sacrifice 4 less home runs for more runs and RBIs. So, like, you lose slugging percentage when you don't hit home runs.
Which he's not doing.
But is he providing more runs? If he's providing more runs and more RBIs, why I don't care that he's not hitting home runs. Right? Because he's providing.
So then RBIs is the major stat for you.
Runs, RBIs, on-base percentage. That's what matters. There's a reason why batting average really isn't like the end-all be-all anymore for the last 15 years because all the other numbers outweigh it. They'd rather go with the guy with a higher slugging if he's going to provide more runs, even that if it comes at a lower batting average and strikeouts. That's why Cal Raleigh was so high last year. He had a nasty slugging percentage and hit a ton of home runs, but his batting average was dog shit. A guy like that will get paid more than a Luis Arias will.
I want to know where you found his 2025 stats through 62 games.
I Googled it, and then the AI provided me everything. If you want, we could choose a different AI. I could go to Grok. We could go to ChatGPT. We could go to all those. But that's how I found all that. AI made like looking at specific stats super easy now.
Since we're talking about baseball, hey Anthony, get your red stink ass back in here because you lost again tonight.
Oh, did I just do that?
Nico Harrison, aren't you unemployed?
I mean,
you fucking loser.
I'm fine going back to basketball, you know? I'm talking about some WNBA basketball, you know? Yeah, I saw my girl CC hit the game winner.
You do realize you proved me right in real time when you did that, right?
Drop a little 19, 5, and 3.
You realize you proved me right in real time when you posted that, right?
You proved me right, too. You were quiet. Very quiet.
I didn't know what happened, so how am I going to...
Oh, you didn't know what happened. But she posted a dud. You post that link in the chat real quick. Fuck out of here, man.
No, I actually didn't. Real quick? I only knew
if she had a dud game, you would have posted it really
Anthony,
quick.
She had a dud game like the game before this past one. I didn't do anything about it. I only talked about the last game. Yeah, the game before that, I didn't mention anything about Caitlin Clark not playing well the game before the Liberty game. I didn't. Only reason I mentioned it is because Mike brought it up. I was like, oh, let me go look.
You love to start singing when she has a bad game. When she does that thing she does. When she does that thing she does, everyone's quiet. Everyone's quiet.
No, I was watching the Knicks play. I didn't know.
Okay. He was watching the Knicks play.
When anything good happens to Caitlin Clark, it's always her. She did it. But if she's bad, it's something else. It's never her. And you proved me right. In this time, because I said I said to you, the next time she plays, if she plays really well, you're going to forget about her back injury. And look at that. She had a
I did game. Respond to that.
You said, oh, that's going to be a quick recovery. And then next time she has a bad game, recovery. When she has a bad game again, you're going to be real quick to go back to her back.
No. Her
We
back
got
is
an
definitely
unemployed
healed by now.
Amazon worker in the chat. Unemployed. Go ahead and apply. Do some more job applications, sir.
Because this makes no sense. How is this pre-recorded?
This is his way of getting some type of engagement.
Ah,
Sir, don't you got something better to do at 1:30 a.m. in the East Coast? Kick rocks. Go fucking get a job application. Times is hard out here. So yeah, if she plays bad again in the next couple days, her back injury's back.
She's healthy now.
Oh, she's healthy
That's
until
all.
she plays bad.
okay.
Because she
Said
just
that.
was not healthy. Remember, Mike,
I-
she just was not healthy.
Did I not say it was a known fact that she was dealing with back issues? Yeah, I don't
You
know.
said it was her
Made this
back.
shit up. Yeah, she was having back issues. That game where you're
Okay.
like, oh, she played like ass. I'm like, Dylan, you know she's dealing with back issues right now.
She didn't have back issues today, but if she plays bad her next game,
it's
is it
much
her back
better
issues?
today.
Is it her? I'm saying
No,
if she plays bad,
it
it's
won't.
not her back issues next time.
No, it won't be her back issues.
It'll just be her being bad.
It'll just be her being bad.
I love that. Yeah, then let's make sure your mother says hi to us too. Tell her to come and like and comment on the screen, Nico Harrison. Tell her to spread the love. Tell your mama to share and subscribe, bitch.
Who is this guy?
I don't know. Apparently, he's Nico Harrison. He negotiated the trade to get fucking Luka out of there and all that. What he needs to negotiate is getting his mama in here. What's up?
Nico Harrison Roz would like to have a word. Give you a beer.
She's busy. That sucks. Oh well. We'll get her next time. Nico Harrison, make sure you tell your mother I said hi.
Does anybody
You
know
wrap
if
it
that's
up?
Roz?
If it's Roz, I feel terrible, but Roz would never act like another grown man on the internet.
Never. Not a day in his life.
Roz does seem like the guy when he was playing 2K and he make his mind player who would make Kobe Jr., though. I hate those people. Kobe Bryant Jr. We'll negotiate when you're over here, Severe.
And don't worry, there'll be plenty. There'll be plenty. The longer the series goes, there'll be plenty.
I smoked a whole chicken yesterday.
That's random.
I bought a spatchcock chicken. You know what a spatchcock is?
No.
It's when you cut the
no
spine
clue.
of the chicken, you make it flat. So you break the thighs and the drums out, so you can just lay it flat so it cooks faster.
How was it?
Fantastic.
You got to throw those pics in the chat, man. You can see what the shit look like.
Can I have the link? Sir, you came at a hell of a time asking for a link to the pod with the name SGA in the front.
Sports talk. Dylan hates you for life now.
No.
This is a red Negro.
The San Jose Sharks. Shout out to the Sharks.
So what are we thinking? Game 4 Wednesday. Just like I said before. Now all the pressure's on the Knicks. Knicks got to win Wednesday. Can't let this young team build more confidence. But
What does it stand for? We must know the lore of SGA.
yeah, because I don't know what else it could mean.
We don't know this man, so we need to figure it out. Keep showing up, and we'll think about it. That's how Severe end up coming around. He keeps showing up for some reason. He likes us. We can make it work. Like, comment, keep coming on the show. We'll see about it.
You can join us Wednesday night after Game 4.
We'll be here.
Hopefully, I don't know what else could possibly happen to me for Game 4. The power's gone out. Wi-Fi went out.
Lightning's gonna strike.
I don't know what else could possibly happen to me in this series, but
We got lore. S stands for Steph, G stands for Green, and A stands for Andre Iguodala.
Iguodala.
Martians have the death beam. I want Iguodala.
So being that the Spurs won, that puts us at Game 5 Saturday.
yes, it does, James.
Are we doing a special pod? Bring the laptop, Mike. You ain't got no choice. I don't want to hear it. Shut up.
Just bring the laptop. Bring your tablet then.
Dang, if there's a closeout game 5 on Saturday, Mike's not trying to have a pod. That's crazy.
Download that to your phone.
Mike's outside again.
I'll be there.
Yes, we'll be outside, Dylan. The whole weekend. Something you don't know nothing about.
I'm glad. Indoors.
Dylan, help your boy download the app to his phone.
Mike's acting like a 40-year-old who don't know technology again.
Just lies and propaganda.
You don't need your whole setup. You don't need to bring the whole setup. Just download it to your phone.
I'll run the show. I'll run the show. Motherfucker.
Oh.
You're trying to get on the show. You're telling me to put some fucking clothes on?
Yeah.
I'm wearing clothes. Vetoed.
This is how out of touch they are, Samir. They just talking.
I don't use my phone for StreamYard.
There's no app. You can just use the internet browser, but we just let them talk.
Look at Mike. Mike did a quick Google and he found out, and now he's like, "Oh, I'm a fucking expert."
This talking.
Meanwhile, before we got on, he was like, "How do I work this thing?"
None of this is true.
I'm in danger.
Ralph Wiggum.
Good luck. Good luck.
Hey man, keep showing up.
He said, "I'll find a way on the fucking show." This man is determined. This man is determined.
Determined.
Welcome.
We're playing hard to get. Welcome to the show. Ask T Severe, he knows what it's like.
I can't believe I really thought I was that motherfucker too.
Dylan just be running people off. We done lost a couple people, man.
See, now we're getting aggressive. Now we're getting a little aggressive, and you're sounding a little crazy. All right, we're getting too late.
Yeah,
how do we keep attracting people in the fucking the West Coast?
Yeah, how did we get? You ran off Chang.
I did run off Chang. I did run that motherfucker off. He did not want to tell me how his mother was doing.
See? And you ran off Nico Harrison because of his mother.
God dang.
I
blame Dylan. It's all Dylan.
It's always Dylan. After dark is always Dylan.
We appreciate that, Raheem.
Thank you, my friend.
Turnovers. The Knicks have to stop the live ball turnovers, and have to get better bench production. They cannot
Yeah,
have
better bench production.
Deuce, Shamit, and Alvarado go 1 from 11 from 3 and think they're going to win anything in this series. That's
I
just not
mean,
a thing.
and the
Better
context, and
start.
also the context is you say 1 of 11. Deuce played 9 minutes and only took 2 shots of that 11.
Yeah, he needs to take more shots. He needs to take more shots.
He need to play.
Also, I wasn't in love with some of the
Exactly.
shot selections too, with some of those threes. But we could have gotten better shot selection.
Shamit took a fucking
Especially with some of
fader
those.
in the
Yeah,
fourth quarter where
some of
he
those.
went right, ran left.
Yeah, the shot selection needs to be a little better, especially with some of those threes I saw. Like,
I mean, he does that though. That shot is his go-to. It's just that it goes in.
Until it doesn't.
there were a few that were a little wacky.
I thought they were just more rushed than anything else.
Yeah,
But I just hope that the Knicks got this out their system because it was nauseating listening to Stephen A. and all these Knicks just acting like they won the championship and it was just a coronation. Like,
Contain yourself, Dylan.
this is just.
I'm fucking fluent and crazy.
What? See,
no, that's
Fluent
why
and
I'm
fucking
not
crazy.
That's why I wasn't not hooting and hollering after you going up 2-0. Like,
Appreciate
still a
you,
lot
my
of
friend.
game left to be played. Like,
I want to. So that was a live ball turnover. I'm watching these Caitlin Park highlights. So they were up 2. They were up 1 with 10 seconds to go, and a foul. So it's 4
yeah,
seconds
it's been
left.
great.
So let me. This better be good.
She
defense.
shouldn't have even gotten
This
that
better
shot
be-
off. Homegirl
Oh.
overplayed that pass.
Dylan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, she really thought she was getting that shit. She took such a bad angle to that. Wide open.
Yeah, that's
What
bad.
that's
bad
a bad
defense,
chance
Anthony.
to read.
That's bad defense, Anthony.
Not taken away from the shot. She has
It's a
to make
great
that.
shot, but it
You
was
have to
also
make, you have to
wide
take
up,
that and make that. But like,
wide fucking open.
that's a gamble. That's a fucking gamble.
Baby, those were the best shot.
Huh?
They're all
None.
No, I would be telling the same thing. She's wide open. She better make that. But that reach, that's fucking bad. You have to
Can't
be
go
able
for
to
it.
sit there as a defender and you'd be like, hey, I have a better chance of her not getting a shot off if I don't get this, if I'm guarding her, than if I fucking like go and miss. And I missed.
And she immediately puts the 3 fingers up and points at their bench. She is.
After she refused to
Ladies and
fucking
gentlemen,
high five her
she is
teammates
the
last
live-
game.
This is
definition
live
of
hate,
front
guys.
runner. She's
For all you
fuck
guys
Caitlin
watching.
Clark.
For all you guys watching right
Runner.
now, this is live hate.
That is crazy.
You need to chill the fuck out, sir.
So, what's up, Cock? That's Poppy.
Chill the fuck out. He said, I'm a fucking badass. What's up? Chill out.
Top tier comment again.
It's like Kid
He's
Rock.
not shit.
Listen, you come on the show if you sing fucking Ball What a Ball by fucking Kid Rock word
The
for
bang,
word.
the bang, diggy, diggy.
Bang.
God,
For word.
Trump and Kid Rock made it to our show tonight.
Listen,
Yep.
It's time to sign off.
yeah, we're 143 on the East Coast. This is a.
This is.
I keep forgetting these West Coast motherfuckers.
Listen, I don't know how we keep getting to these motherfuckers.
Because they're up. It's
They're
what,
up.
Yeah, it's like 10:40 over there.
11, yeah, 10. Meanwhile, we
Dylan doesn't
fighting
know
for
how
our
to react
lives
to
over
the
here.
fans.
Oh no.
Mike, end the show.
So are we doing I'm him?
No, we gotta end the show. Say hi to your mother for me.
Catch us Wednesday night after Game 4 for more post game live. We'll be here to wrap it up.
He gets it.
Oh, okay.
This man knows peak. A rambunctious Ute you are. Chill out.
I'll be back. Maybe we'll have more news because I got to look into why the Big Ten is trying to kick Texas Tech out. Now, I don't know what's going on with that.
Probably because they're letting this Sorsby kid fucking play.
So they're just going to kick the whole school out? That's kind of crazy.
Gotta figure it out.
That's crazy. Yep,
Big old tough guy. Big tough guy. Oh.
Yes, it's time to go.
Oh.
For
Mike,
yes,
end the
James.
damn show, Mike.
Make sure you tell your mother to subscribe
I
too.
was literally about to say podcast Poppy, Reezy, Anthony. I'm Big Mike. We do love that. End the show. There you go, sir. Get on our good side. Get on our good side.
A rambunctious young Ute.
Good night.